We're here with Geordie and Nikki. We're just up on the roof of a Grade 2 listed building in Chadlington. Can you guys tell me a little bit about the process of taking off the roof and what you found?
This project was initially all we wanted to do was to insulate the roof, but before we could do that, we had to deal with a few structural issues, to say the least.
So the homeowner was aware of an issue with death watch beetle, which she thought had been hanging around for the last 40 years or so, but the inside of the attic rooms were all plasterboarded over, so we really didn't know what we were going to find.
We found some things. The death watch beetle, you can see here, has eaten away at the majority of the rafters and the structural trusses, and we had to get the historical building consultant to come out and advise what we could do here. And it was caused by a combination of non-breathable insulation that had been fitted previously and just a generally lack of maintenance and repair over the years. I mean, this building is 400 years old, and we're hoping that the work that Nikki and Ross are doing here will give it at least another 100 years worth of life.
So as you can see, we've stripped the whole of the roof off, all of the tiles, and then we went down to the bottom of the rafters. We had to expose everything, and they also needed some specialist structural engineer input, so we've had to deal with those as well. And as you can see, we've added new timbers on, so we've partnered up a lot of the original timbers, but the ones that were completely rotted we had to unfortunately remove, and we couldn't retain them.
And because it's a listed building, even though these timbers will never be seen from the inside or outside, we still need to retain the original material and design. And if you look up, you'll see Ross has crafted, all the joints are pegged and pinned as they traditionally would have been back in the day that it was built.
Was there anything that you found that you weren't expecting beyond?
Well, most of the wall plates, unfortunately, were also degraded and decomposed, so we've had to replace about 80% of the wall plates. So we've installed oak, so seasoned oak for that. Also, we've had to source some more European oak for the bottom of the principal truss, which has freed itself from the rest of the building. So it really showed quite an extensive amount of damage, which is part of what happens when you start a retrofit project, and you sort of have to uncover things as you find them, and then you have to learn to deal with them.
What's it like working on a listed building like this? Is it something that you find really special?
I think it's a real privilege, because you're working on something that's stood the test of time, and it's almost like a cycle of life in a way. You know, the roof, the original roof was here for hundreds of years, and now it's our role to keep the building living and going on for hopefully several more hundred years.
Absolutely. We're so glad we've got Nikki and Ross on this project, because it is a labour of love. We've got master craftspeople, and exactly the right people for this work, and it's beyond a retrofit. This is a deep restoration, but we're going to the causes of the death watch beetle were poor ventilation and penetrating damp. So we plan to remove both of those things, so the beetle won't be happy living here anymore. It has also been treated, and when all the restoration work is done, and then we'll be insulating between the rafters with wood fibre, keeping it fully breathable, and hopefully Jane will have a nice cosy office when it's all done.